Alrighty, it is time to open up the June Muse Kits box, and boy am I excited for this one. I already know it's in the box, of course, and I am very excited because, as some of you may know, I am a graphic designer as well as an artist. This month's box is going to combine both of those aspects of myself into one single theme, and I am super excited. So let's just open it on up, and I can't wait to show you what's inside the box this month. Alrighty, let's open it on up. First thing, we have some palette paper. You may be wondering what this is for. We will find out in just a moment. No, we're not working with any paint today, but we are working with something a little bit different. Getting any ideas yet? We're gonna toss this to the side real quick just so nothing is revealed as of yet. We have some very interesting and suspicious looking pieces of wood here. Boy, oh boy, I wonder what these could possibly be for. We have got some art sponges, which I have often used with pastels and giving it a little bit away. We are doing some pastel related things today. We've got another lovely set of paintbrushes to join the collection. We have a very soft felt / spongy eraser. We have got one of those little push-up pencils that you used to use when you were a kid in elementary school. I definitely went through tons of these. We have got a white chalk marker. Getting any ideas yet? Any ideas what this can be used for? We have got a ton of different stencils. We have a ton of different patterns here. Hexagons, circles, more glass-shaped chevrons. We have got a lot going on here. Under here, we have these beautiful leaf-shaped stencils. We've got these black boards and white boards that are very well packaged in bubble wrap. Here we go. Now you can see them a little bit better. We have some whiteboards and we have some blackboards. And then finally, the moment of truth, we have liquid chalk markers in 12 colors. So we are working in chalk markers today, which is something that I have never used. I've used soft pastels, I've used oil pastels, I've used chalk pastel sticks, I've used chalk pastel pencils, but I have never used chalk markers before. So this is completely new to me, and I think it's going to be very fun. And then finally, we have a black ice blackberry flavored lollipop, which I am definitely going to enjoy. So this month, the theme is going to be hand lettering. We're doing chalkboard sign making, which again, this is where me being a graphic designer comes into things. I love fonts. Drawing letters is very fun, and signage is a big part of what I do. So I'm going to be combining my more illustration style things with text. It's going to be very colorful, full of life, it'll pop quite a bit, and we're gonna have tons of fun working with all of these supplies to make something very cool. We have some quick guides here on how to use the stencils, how to draw, and I will be going over these as well. Here are the 4 prompts for the month. I'm going to be making official content once again for Muse Kits, so if you would like to see these 4 prompts, you can go check out the Muse Kits official channels. And once I'm done with those, I am going to start working on my own stuff. I will go ahead and swatch the markers. I'm not going to test the white pen just yet, just because I'm using the whiteboard as my tester, obviously, so let's get these out. I've got a wide variety of colors here, ranging from natural colors to metallics, all the way through the rainbow. These are push pump markers as far as I'm aware, so it's going to take a little bit of work to get them activated. Ooh, that's activating fast. It's nice. There it is. Ooh, that is really smooth. That is going down beautifully. This looks like a very bright highlighter orange. It looks like we're going to be working with some very bright, very fun colors today. Ooh, that is very bright highlighter orange, and it smells too. That has a very strong scent to it. But wait, there's more. Something even brighter. We have got highlighter yellow coming our way. Here it comes. Second. There it is. There's our bright highlighter yellow. That pops so well against the white. I was worried. I was like, I hope it's not going to be too transparent, but no, that stands out very nicely. That really pops against the white, and I cannot wait to see how it looks against the black. Here we go with our green. Again, very bright green. Don't have a darker blue, so we have just this one blue. And no, as far as I'm aware, you cannot blend with these. It's also a good idea to not lay colors on top of each other because it may create weird textures, it may not look as good. So we're gonna have to be working in very careful separated layers for all of these. Oh wow, that is a beautiful purple. Look at that. That is gorgeous. I'm excited to see the bright pink color. There we go. Nice, beautiful bright pink. That is super vibrant. And then I'll move the white for the time being just because I can't really test that one. Now let's get the black activated. There we go, super dark. Love it. And now breaking into the metallics, we've got silver. There we go. Very, very light colored silver, which means that it's going to pop a ton against that black. Now let's see how the gold looks. Ooh, a very greeny gold. It's giving very chartreuse vibes. And last but not least, we've got our brown. I'm very interested to see what tone of brown this is going to be, because sometimes caps are misleading. Let's find out, shall we? Ooh, a very nice natural coffee brown. That is going to go perfectly with the coffee prompt. And there we go. Those are our 4 colors. They are absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna have to look over these to see what we're using the paintbrushes for, and then I'll get to work on whatever I'm going to be making a sign for. Oh, I nearly missed the sticker for the month. Look at that. It's so
I have quite a few things to say about everything in this box. First, let's just talk about what I'm doing for this portion of the video that's all sped up. Basically, this portion of the video, I am making signs for these in-person events that I'm going to be doing over the next few months, where I'm basically at a place. It's sort of like a market. It's more of an art festival, and it's going to be an event where I have a ton of tables. I'm going to be selling quite a bit of things, and most of the time, people don't know what prices for things are. So it's overly necessary most of the time for you to have signs for literally everything, because unfortunately people are kind of dumb and they don't look for things unless they're blatantly in front of them. So I decided it would probably be a good idea to make really fun signs in my own brand colors that are of my prices for various things. So I'm making signs for my clay earrings, I'm making signs for my original artwork that I'm selling, along with my apparel. Basically anything that anybody can't easily spot a price for on the item itself, I'm making a sign for. Secondly, I want to talk about using these supplies. Some things that I learned along the way while I was filming all of these, working on the official content over on the Muse Kits channels, was erasing. Especially with the whiteboards, erasing is a little bit difficult with just the erasers, because obviously these pens are very liquidy. They are not chalk. They're not going to erase like real chalk. It's liquid chalk, so they tend to stain a little bit. However, if you use just water or a little bit of like simple green or any sort of like cleaning thing, whether it's like a baby wipe or a disinfecting wipe, anything like that will work to clean these off beautifully. Just the dry erasers themselves aren't the best solution, but they do work really well once your stuff is dry. But if you just want to move along quickly and just erase things as you go and as you make mistakes, then using water and a paper towel would probably work best. The other thing to be aware of is just how much paint these pens also absorb while you're working, which is why it's super important to work in layers and really make sure that everything is dry, because there were a few times where I was working with these pens and I would like attach the pink to something that was red, then I would have red ink blended to the pink, and the red ink would get stuck all over the nib of the pink. So when I started doing more stuff with the pink, it would have red in it. So I had to like draw a little bit on the side just to wait until all of the red was gone. So that is something to be aware of and something to be careful about when you're working with these, is you don't want to accidentally touch wet ink to wet ink with these. You really want to wait until stuff is dry, unless you want to be dabbing your pens along the side on an extra sheet of paper like I was the entire time. Do as much illustration stuff here. I did mostly just lettering and stuff like that. I did more illustration work over on the official Muse Kits channel, so if you want to see that, go over there. I know I also didn't use any of the blackboards in this video, but the blackboards hold the color so well. I feel like the blackboards maintain the color even better than these white ones do. The colors just stand out so much on the blackboards. Again, I did use the blackboards over on the official channel, so go check that out. Aside from those things, I feel like these chalk markers ended up working really well. They're very opaque, they're very bright, very saturated. I really like them. The colors that they give are absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to see how these signs work at the events I'm going to be doing. My next event won't be until July, so I won't be able to actually test them until then, but I think these will end up working really well in my favor for my various events. Again, you should totally go check out the stuff I made over on the official Muse Kits channel, especially if you want to see more of my illustration stuff. You can go check out all the stuff I made for the weekly prompts over there. If you like this video, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you feel so inclined to see more content like this, or other silly content, other art content, whatever it is it may be. But for now, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye everybody!